Show you 5 quick, easy yoga poses to help ease tension and reclaim your comfort. So first is called child's pose. You'll get onto your knees and spread your knees a little bit, have your toes touching and your hips kind of in between the heels of the feet. You could have your knees closed if you like, or if it's more comfortable, you even have them wider so your belly can fit comfortably in between your knees. So wherever you feel the most comfortable. And if it's not comfortable to be on your knees, then you can have a pillow, a bolster, or a yoga block and place that behind you and sit on that. And you can spread your feet out a little bit. So here, wherever you're comfortable at sitting, bring your hands out in front of you. Stretching, this is going to be good for stretching your low back, helping the nervous system reset. And you can bring your head all the way down to the mat, or you can also have a pillow or a bolster in front of you to lay your chest and head on. So wherever you feel you need that support, feel free to do so. So stretch your hands out in front of you and lay your forehead on the mat or your pillow, trying to keep the hips on the heels of the feet. Try to keep the elbows straight, stretching your hands forward, allowing the low back to ease and stretch out. So again, helping to stretch the back, the hips, the thighs, calming the nervous system. You can stay here for several deep breaths or as long as you feel that you're comfortable. And you can breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, relaxing into every exhale. Imagining on the inhale that you're lengthening in the spine, pressing the hips towards the heels, and exhaling, relaxing into the pose. Then coming to a comfortable breath of inhaling through the nose and the exhaling through the nose. Or you can walk your hands back a little bit, raise your head up, and place your palms on the thighs. Sitting up nice and tall, feeling the sensation of the stretch and the release. Now your next pose is going to be cat-cow. So we'll come to a tabletop position with your hands and wrists directly under the shoulders and your knees are directly under the hips. So when we inhale, we're going to move into a cow position, pressing our belly button towards the mat, our hips towards the sky, and our chest is open, looking forward, inhaling. And when we exhale, we curl our tailbone under, arching our back and pressing the chin towards the chest, pushing away the mat with our hands. Inhaling back into cow, opening the chest, pressing the hips towards the sky. Exhale, curve the spine in, the tailbone down, curl the spine, chin to chest, press away the mat with your hands. Inhale into cow. And do this as many times as you feel you need in order to help release the back, the hips. This helps release tension in the spine, connects movement to breath, and improves circulation. And on the exhales into cat, press the belly button towards the spine. 6 to 8 times should be adequate. And press your hips back down, relaxing, go into a seated position, hands on the thighs. Inhale and exhale. Now we'll go into what's called recline bound angle pose. So here you can have your large pillow or your bolster, and you can have that directly behind you. You can even have it propped up with something a little bit more. So if you have a couple blocks, you can put a couple blocks right underneath your bolster here. Angle that top block a little bit towards you. So if you want it up this high, you can, or you can have it all the way down to the mat, or you don't even need a bolster. Then you get into a seated position on your sits bones, sitting nice and tall, knees towards the chest. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, and on your exhale, spread the knees out, putting the soles of the feet together, allowing the knees to come to the side, sitting nice and tall. The closer your heels are to the pelvis, the more stretch you're going to get. Now you can place your hands just directly behind you and then gently roll yourself back onto your elbows and make sure that bolster is right on the sacrum, under the low back, so you're feeling comfortable. This helps open up the hips, the chest, the shoulders, relaxes the nervous system, and helps improve lymphatic system flow. Once in this position, just relax. If it's too much for your thighs, you can take some pillows, some blocks, some books, place them underneath the thighs, just up towards the higher part of the leg. Give them a little bit of support so you can still feel good stretch, but no pain. So wherever you feel is a good position for you, just relax into the pose and take 5 to 10 deep breaths, allowing all the muscles in the face, the head and the neck and shoulders to relax. Now you can stay here for up to 5 minutes if you like, whatever you're comfortable with. And when you come out, place your hands at your thighs. Inhale. Allow them to come to a close, bending your knees, and gently roll onto your side. Come up back to a seated position. All right, now we're gonna do legs up the wall, which is a great pose to help soothe sore legs, improve lymphatic flow, helps calm the mind. So you're just gonna come to any wall, get your buttocks close to the wall, lay onto your back, and bring your feet up the wall. You can have a small pillow under your neck if you feel like you need the support, but just allow yourself to be comfortable in this position. You can sit in this position for up to 15 minutes if you'd like. You could even do the 90-degree angle on a couch where your feet are hanging onto a chair or a couch and your knees are at a 90-degree angle. But feet up the wall is really great, helping the lymphatic system work and calming the mind. Really helps relieve sore legs, back tension. Gravity can certainly do a number on us, and if we can counteract that at least once a day, that is always a good idea. So stay here as long as you like. Your feet might get a little tingly, which is okay. Just keep breathing deep. You can even come away from the wall a little bit so your feet and legs are more at a 45-degree angle, wherever you feel is comfortable for you. And when you're ready to come out of the pose, gently grab your legs, bend your knees, and slide your feet down the wall. Take a moment, roll onto any side that you like, and then come back up into a seated position. Now the last pose is seated forward fold. And it helps release tension in the spine, the hamstrings, and in the shoulders. So get onto your sits bones, sitting nice and tall. Here you can also have a bolster or a pillow under your hips. So here you want to sit a little bit forward so you're right on your sits bones. And you're having your hips up a little bit higher helps give you a little bit more of a forward fold. Have your toes pointing up and kind of back towards you. Nice and tall in the spine. Inhale the arms all the way up and then lean forward, bringing your arms in front of you. Try not to arch the back, and you can grab your knees, your shins, your ankles, your toes, and try to keep the back as straight as you can, hinging at the hips, allowing the stretch in the legs, the calves, and just release the low back. On the inhales, you extend the spine and encourage the length. And on the exhales, you can come down a little bit further wherever you feel is a good stretch for you comfortably. Keeping the toes pointing up. And you can even activate the quads. Bring the kneecaps up a little bit onto the upper legs, so that way it helps release the back of the legs a little bit more. You can also bend the knees as much as you feel like you need to. Don't feel like you have to do everything exactly as I do or as you see other people do. Do what's comfortable. Feel a stretch and stay there. Allowing the body to release. Allowing those muscles to simply let go. Imagine your forehead coming towards your toes. Taking nice deep breaths. And in the end of that, you can come forward a little bit more As long as there's no pain, really just sensation, stretching, could be some tension, relaxing the shoulders and the head. When you're ready to come out, point your fingers to the front of the mat. Inhale with the strong arms and shoulders and back, all the way back up, nice and straight. And relax, exhale your hands down. Well, thank you for joining me for that quick stretch to help release and relax. And I'd love to hear how you feel. Have a great day.